Historic moment, my friends. We just cracked $101,000 on Bitcoin. Who would have thought it would come on a Wednesday night? This is for all of you hodlers out there who've been holding on since my brother and I just had a call. We're congratulating each other since 2018. We've been in this game. We've been waiting for this moment. All of you who held on, who got in the game, congratulations. When people said, "What the heck is Bitcoin?" and you're like, I'm holding on to it. I believe in it. When people are like, you're crazy to be buying that stuff. That stuff's junk. Charlie Munger called it rat poison. At the end of the day, Bill Gates said if he could short Bitcoin, he would have shorted Bitcoin. And tonight, the people who shorted Bitcoin, I think there's $8 billion in shorts that just got liquidated. And the Bitcoin price is booming. And right now, it is at $101,346. I mean, how exciting is this? All right. I'm curious as to what MicroStrategy is going to open at tomorrow. We can look at the late night ticker and see what's at right now, but I'm curious as to what MicroStrategy is going to open at. Let's just look at what MicroStrategy is at right now. MicroStrategy up at 442, man. 442. MicroStrategy, I think, was down at 360 today. That is a 20% bump in one day. I am going to wake up a very, very happy man tomorrow when my accounts open up. I am a big holder of MicroStrategy. If you haven't gotten in the game yet, this is the time, my friends. There's going to be a rush going on right now. I don't think a lot of people thought we would break $100,000. I think a lot of the Bitcoin hodlers, people been in the game for a while, kind of knew that we were going to break this in December. I didn't think it was going to be this early. And I am a very, very happy person. Again, I'm in Bitcoin. I'm a heavy positions in MicroStrategy, heavy positions in Bitcoin. And this is a historic night. If you literally go to the after hours charts, if you want to check it out, go on Robinhood. If you ever want to check late night what your stocks are doing, you can go on Robinhood because MicroStrategy is the stock. And right now, the price of MicroStrategy is $444 and rising. Amazing. And if you don't know much about MicroStrategy, I did some previous videos on it. They hold $40 billion of Bitcoin. They have now decided since 2019 to hold in their treasury to hold Bitcoin, and they bought more and more and more Bitcoin. So if you don't think Bitcoin is real, it's real. We got Jerome Powell, who's the Fed chairman, who was just talking today. He says he doesn't think Bitcoin is a competitor to the US dollar. He thinks Bitcoin is a competitor to gold. Bitcoin is going to eat gold's lunch, my friends. We are in the digital age, and that's the age that we're in, okay? Gold, it's clunky. You got to store it somewhere. You can't transfer it rapidly. We're in the digital age. We're in the world of speed. We're in the world of Bitcoin. And people need to wake up and get the message. This is a very historic moment. My brother and I were just high-fiving each other virtually from across the country because we've stayed through the ups, we've stayed through the downs, we've held on for the last 6 years, and this is a great moment. I think we're going to have a monstrous year next year. I don't even think people know what's going to hit. I'm excited to see when the U.S. decides to put in place a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Who knows how much they're going to allocate towards it. There's talks of them buying up 200,000 Bitcoin per year to get to 1 million Bitcoin eventually. We now hold some Bitcoin as the U.S. government right now. So we're going to see what happens when Trump officially gets into office and how fast they add to their Bitcoin reserve. Still speculation on whether they're going to or not, but it seems that way. And if they do that, and if we continue to get corporations adopting the Bitcoin strategy like MicroStrategy is doing, if we continue to get governments adopting Bitcoin, I think the curve here, we're going to see not a straight up and vertical, because you don't see that, right? You see a straight up and vertical and then price is correct. But we're going to see some serious action over the next year is my prediction. This is not financial advice. I don't have a crystal ball. But years ago, I remember in November of 2019, I think I made my first purchase in 2018. I called my brother in November of 2019. I'm like, we got to get in the game big time on this. And I remember once COVID hit, once we started printing money, and I started to get educated heavily on Bitcoin, and I knew that this was the technology, that this was the future, and the future is here today, almost 6 years later. At the time when I was talking to my brother about this, I was buying Bitcoin at $3,000, $9,000, all the way up, and this is an exciting day. So, pay attention tonight. Hey, who knows? We could surge up by tomorrow morning to 108,000, 110,000. Who knows? We could stay at 101,000 where we're at right now. But this is exciting, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen with MicroStrategy, particularly with the fact that there's $8 billion worth of shorts right now. So they just got liquidated, and that's what was holding some of the price up at the 99,999. If you were just watching the ticker at 90,000, 99,000, 999, I'm watching it, and it's like it's stuck there. It's not going to move through that, and all of a sudden it breaks the resistance level, and boom, we have an explosion. So very exciting stuff. I was going to talk about trading tonight, and I'm doing some really cool things that I want to share with you in some future videos. I placed some trades today, and the cool thing is I have a trading technology now where I've combined a couple of different systems that I want to share with you. And for those people who want to learn trading, you can actually trade with paper. So there's a system that I'm using called Alpaca that you can trade with paper money. So I put that, I'm going to go check on this right now because I made an investment earlier today when MicroStrategy was at its low. But there's a MicroStrategy, a form of MicroStrategy that I trade. It's called MSTU. It's very, very risky. It's 2x on MicroStrategy. So it's a derivative of MicroStrategy, and the idea of the fund is when MicroStrategy goes up, it's going to go up by 2x. So it goes up 2x to what MicroStrategy goes up by. So that's the goal of the fund. It doesn't always achieve that. So I placed a trade yesterday at when it was at its low point, and I'm going to go look at it right now and just see. I want to go see right now what that trade is up to. I'm going to take a look at real time here. If we go after hours, so let me put it after hours, extended hours. Let's see if Alpaca does this in extended hours. Well, no, at the close of today, the trade was up like 16%. So I gotta imagine now that was at the close of today when MicroStrategy closed around 404. Now MicroStrategy's up another 10%. So this went up another 20%. So the trade I made about 37% so far today from that trade that I made. Now, again, you can simulate it with paper dollars. And so when you first start, you can trade with paper and then you can learn how to trade. So you're not trading with real money. And the cool thing is I'm developing software right now that allows you to automate the trades, because one of the things that I've been doing over the last several months is trading. And you always got to have your eye on the ticker. You always got to know what's going on with the price points. So I was like, dude, this is crazy. I run multiple businesses. I got a bunch of stuff that I'm doing. I'm involved in a bunch of charitable causes. I'm constantly doing videos. And so I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to look at the screen like I have been for the last couple of months and be trading on alerts. So I created a system that automates the trades for me. And now we're testing the system with paper money. And as we test it, and we lock it in, then we're going to roll it out. And I'll share with you all the different technologies that have been helpful to getting me to this point. I want to give a shout out to Invest Answers. It's a channel that I follow on YouTube all the time where I bought into some of their subscriptions to learn trading from him. And just there's some other great people on YouTube. And I want to acknowledge all of you for being in the game, being here as we watch Bitcoin to surge to new highs. MicroStrategy's up at 440 right now, dropped a little bit, up at 440 after hours. But this is exciting times. So stay tuned. You're going to get a lot more from me on this channel. I'm going to be updating you a lot on MicroStrategy. For those of you who don't know stuff about MicroStrategy, I'm going to be sharing a lot about this. I'm going to be educating you on it. Again, I got into MicroStrategy, earlier in the year. I bought my first shares of MicroStrategy back in 2020. Okay. And then I bought heavily into MicroStrategy earlier this year. So I've been following it. I'm super educated on it. And I'm very bullish on it. I've also obviously got into Bitcoin back in 2019 and 2020 heavy. I got into Bitcoin then. So not just dabbling. And now it's 2024, almost 2025. So, so I'm going to get into Bitcoin on this channel as well, and I'm going to get into trading. And I'm going to talk about the things that I'm learning from my trading experiences, both the good and the bad, and the new softwares that I'm developing to make it easy, and the new systems that I'm developing for people who don't know anything about money. One of the things that kind of is tough on these platforms is that there's newbies. I get calls from my friends all the time asking me about Bitcoin, asking me about MicroStrategy, asking me about different investments that I'm in, and they don't know anything about it. And so they have no knowledge on it. So a lot of times, people who don't have an inclination to gravitate towards the money conversation or don't know a lot about investments or haven't been in investments for a while are intimidated by it. And there's no platform that's really out there for them that makes it simple. So stay tuned because these are things that I'm coming out with. Okay. So I hope this serves you. Exciting. Congratulations to all of you. It's not too late for those of you who have not gotten into Bitcoin. I'm not giving you buying advice or trading advice. I'm just sharing with you my experience and my opinions on things. But you need to make your own financial decisions. Okay. I hope this serves you. I'll see you in the next video. A very, 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 very exciting night. Super exciting. Great news all around. 101,000 we cracked, and we're at 101,391 right now. I'll see you in the next video. Leave some questions, comments down below. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys very soon.